Hi, I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping. Welcome to my craft corner. It is almost the most wonderful time of the year. Every year in January and February, it's not January, February now, right now it is summer, but every year in January and February, Stampin' Up! Has their biggest sale of the year called Sale-A-Bration. This year, for the first time ever, this has never happened before, the first time ever, they are having a second Sale-A-Bration in August and September. I'm so excited. It starts on August 3rd. And today I have one of the new stamps to share with you. Now, during Sale-A-Bration, you can get free stamps, papers, and dies with every $50 or $100 purchase, depending on the item. It is a fantastic sale. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you don't have a Sale-A-Bration brochure or a new mini catalog, please let me know. I'd be happy to send you one. If you have any questions about card making or rubber stamping, I'm happy to answer those as well too. Just go ahead and leave me a comment or send me an email. Let me know how I can help you. If you like today's video, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share it with all your friends. That really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Okay, Onigo, let's get stamping. Today I'm using the Delicate Dahlias. Is it Dahlias or Dahlias? I think it's Dahlias stamp set. And this is a free Sale-A-Bration stamp set. This one you get, it's a bigger set. So when you purchase at least $100, you can get this one for free. Now, if you love this stamp set as much as I do, and I think after you see it stamped, you're gonna love it even more. I am sure that once you look at the August to December mini catalog, you will have no problems coming up with a $100 order to be able to get this for free because it's a really great set. Yeah, there's so much in the new catalog that it's not going to be a problem, right? So the Delicate Dahlias, what I really love is it has these distinctive stamps and then it also has outline stamps. So I wanted to look at what it looked like with the different combinations and different things that you could do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside and I am going to start. I have 4 pieces of basic white cardstock. We're going to make the exact same cards. We're just going to make it 4 different ways. Now these pieces are 4 1/4 by 3 inches. And I'm going to start with the first one. I have already put the distinctive stamp on my clear block. Ugh, I can't even talk. On my clear block because I want to stamp this distinctive stamp first. Now I think that this ink pad is pretty good. If it's too blobby, we'll go ahead and we'll smush it out of the way. I'm just going to check it. Nope, it looks pretty good. And actually, you know what? I forgot. I'm actually going to do this on my foam mat here, just because I felt like I wasn't getting a very good impression all the way across, and the foam mat just really helped make sure that I got a really nice impression with this. So I'm going to stamp this twice. I'm going to stamp it once over here and give it a nice push. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And then I'm going to ink it up again. And I'm going to stamp it over here. And of course, I'm stamping this with polished pink. I don't know if I said that. It's one of our ink colors. So we're just going to stamp that over here. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. All right. And while I have this out, because we're going to switch stamps in just a minute. While I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the rest of what I want to put on here too. So I'm going to grab some Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to stamp let's check that one. Yep, that looks pretty good. I'm going to stamp the smaller flower. I have no idea what the smaller flower is. It's a smaller flower. And I'm just going to stamp that kind of on the edges here. There we go. And then I have the leaf. I have the distinctive leaf too. And these distinctive stamps are like photorealistic stamps, right? They have tons of detail in them. So let's see. Where do I want to put this? I'm going to stamp it here. And here, and then maybe over here. That should be pretty good, huh? Well, I kind of, I like to have 3 areas of a color like this. So we'll stamp it right there. Oh, that's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Now you could, make a mask and cut this out and put the leaves underneath. But I just wanted that. So this is just what it would be if it was just distinctive. So this is card number 1, because the other ones I want to start with, well, no, I need to actually, I forgot, I need to do, let me think about this. Yeah, I need to do one more. So we're going to do another one. But I'm just going to stamp the sentiment up here. Hopefully that's straight. Isn't that pretty? All right, we're going to set this one aside, and I'm going to stamp one more just like that because I forgot. So the next card I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stamp the distinctive stamps, and then I'm going to stamp the outlines in the same colors. Now, when I do that, I like to stamp the distinctive stamp first. I find that it works best. We're going to do another one in just a minute where we're going to stamp it in black. And for those ones, I like to stamp the outline first. So once again, I'm just doing really the same thing. Didn't ink that up very well, but that's okay. We're going to grab our Daffodil Delight again. And once again, just stamp some Daffodil Delight flowers. Go. And then I will stamp the Pear Pizzazz for the leaves. Just kind of filling in the edges. All right, so now there's also outline stamps with these. So what I'm going to do is I am now going to stamp this in the same color and try to line this up. It's a little bit hard because I can't look right over top of it. I want to get my head in the screen. There we go. Oops, I kind of missed. See? Hopefully I do better with the black, because this I am kind of missing. So when you are doing two-step stamping, you really want to get right over top of it. And that is why this is so hard, because it's not the right angle for me to do that. All right. Now with this little one, what I have found on this little one is there's this little leaf that's just 2, and that's where I try to line it up. If I can find that on my images. All right, I think it's over here. So let's see if I can get this right. Not too bad. There we go. And we'll do this one too. All right, I'm totally not looking at that one. There we go. And now we're going to try to do the dahlias too. I have a feeling this is not going to turn out right, but I can show you the sample when I'm done if it doesn't. So I need to clean off my stamp. I only have one of this big block. So this is an E block, and this big flower does need definitely an E block. But this is going to let me show you something. Now I had this on here, and I was holding it like this, right? So it was just like this, and you'll notice I put a little black mark on here. Now when I open this case up, you can see the distinctives are on one side. And I've actually put a black mark on the paper underneath so I can line this back up just because there's no real reason, it doesn't need to. But then you'll notice when I come over here to the outline one, I have also put that black dot on there. So I know that I can put those both up, right? So I was stamping with it up, so I can stamp this one with it up too. And I should be able to line that up a little bit better. It just helps you, instead of sitting there and just turning it and trying to find the right place, it kind of helps you get it in the right direction. Once you know, okay, that's the upside, then you can twist it a little bit and you'll figure out, where it goes. So I found that really helpful. Just, spend the time to find the right spot and then mark it with a Sharpie marker. Now this will probably wear off after I've used the stamp a bunch, and you'll probably have to replace it, but it's worth it. All right, so there's the pink on pink. So I did a pretty good job. And then we'll come over here, we'll do it again. Maybe. I think I must have turned this. See, this is why you're supposed to pay attention to what you're doing. Maybe it's this one right here. I think that's what I was going for before. Oh, there we go. All right. So there we go. Oh, that was totally off. But that is what that kind of looks like. Let's go ahead. I'm going to stamp the sentiment on here, and then I'm going to show you. We're going to move on to the next one. So just going to stamp that thank you kindly right there. Same thing, right? So you can see the difference. We have it with just the distinctive, and then we have it with the outline too. Really fun. Now let's try some black outlines. I'm going to put my polished pink away for just a moment. I'm going to grab another piece. I want to just clean off my stamps, the outline stamps at least a little bit. And I'm just cleaning these on my Stampin' Chamois. You'll notice my chamois is really, really stained. The other side is still kind of purple. It's starting to get stained. I can feel that it's different. I think it's about time that I replace it, but it still works. I'm gonna set that aside. All right, so now when I'm stamping with the black outline, I like to start with the outline first. So I'm gonna start with the Memento ink, and I'm just gonna ink this up in Memento. And I'm just gonna stamp it right there. Oh, so pretty. Isn't that pretty? We're gonna do 2 of these. All right. And then I'm gonna stamp this one down over here. And before I forget what I am doing, I'm gonna clean this off, and I'm gonna switch out to my other stamp. So go ahead and pull this off and put it back in the case. You'll notice Stampin' Up! Does have new cases now for the photopolymer stamps that are clear, and the images are on the back of the case now, and you can actually stick the images right to the case. I'll grab this one and put that on there. Now I'm going to ink this up with some, oh shoot, I needed to do that twice and I totally didn't do it. I was trying to save myself from going back and forth and I missed. All right, so this one we're going to line it up here. Let's see how we do. Just trying to twist this into the right spot. Maybe. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. So there's the first one. Let's go ahead and do the second one too. And we'll switch stamps again. All right, where did I add this? I think I stamped my dot spot right off the page, so there we go. All right, there's our dahlias. Oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Just can't get over it. Let's go ahead and put that polished pink away. I'm gonna clean off my stamp. We're gonna stamp our other sheet. I'm gonna do 2 of these at once. Show you 2 different things. All right, pull this off again and swap them back out. I really need to get a second block E so I don't have to do this as much. All right, put that on there. And then we'll grab my other piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp these outsides with the Memento ink. Okay, here's the first one. And then we'll stamp the second one over here. Oh, so pretty. All right, let's stamp the other flowers too. I have a big mess outside the screen area. So I'm just going to start by stamping just the outside. Now with the black, I don't like to overlap quite as much, just because I think it gets a little bit muddier. So there are our 3 yellow flowers. I'm going to stamp those on here too. All right. So we'll stamp 1. And then just a little bit of one down there. And we'll stamp one up here. All right, now I can come back in with my Daffodil Delight and we'll stamp over these. I'm gonna leave the other one for now because we're gonna color it. We're gonna do something different. So, all right. And I totally cannot see what I'm doing. There we go. And then this is gonna go right in there. Ooh, perfect. So now we just need to add the leaves. So we'll stamp some memento first. One over there. We'll tuck one in here and then one over here as well. There we go. And I'm going to do these ones too. So let's do one maybe right here. I think I didn't leave enough space for my sentiment on this one. We'll have to see. Let's stamp one down there. And we'll go ahead and stamp one at the top. There we go. Now let's come in with my Pear Pizzazz ink and that distinctive stamp, and we'll stamp the distinctive stamp in here. There's one. I do like to turn the paper a lot. It's easier than turning my hand. There's that one. And then this one up here. Oh, so pretty. Should we stamp a sentiment on there? I'm going to use this longer sentiment because I didn't want it to overlap as much with this one. So this says, "You inspire me." And we'll just stamp that right up here. So cute. All right, there's that. Now here's my black and white one. And I bet you know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to stamp my sentiment up here. And then I just wanted to see, and I haven't even done this, my samples, I don't have a full sample of this one. So I just want to see what this looks like. I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab my polished pink Stampin' Blends, and let's color. Now I have a feeling this is going to take a little while. I'm just going to color right over, starting with the light. And where I can, I'm just doing big broad strokes, right? Color all this in. Sure, I'm going to make a mistake here. I'm going to totally color out of the lines. You guys will laugh at my poor coloring school skills and tell me I should go back to kindergarten. All right. Then I can come back in and we'll just start adding some. I always, I just color on the lines and kind of towards the center sometimes too, but mostly just on the lines. And I will probably speed this up on the video. All right, there's my dahlias colored. Aren't those pretty? And so much different looking than the stamped ones. Now let me grab some Daffodil Delight. And again, I'm going to start with the light and then I'll move to the dark. I'm just going to color this in really quickly. And just color the centers. I'll probably go back over it with a little bit more of the light just to blend it out a little bit more. There we go. Now I don't have Mossy Meadow, so we're just going to use some Old Olive for the leaves. And the light Old Olive and Mossy Meadow, or not Mossy Meadow, Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz are very similar in color. Really, Pear Pizzazz is just like a light Old Olive. So the light Old Olive blend looks pretty much the same color as the Pear Pizzazz, but I'm going to go ahead and just put in a little bit of shading just for the fun of it. Just going over the lines. Stampin' Up! Is so nice. They give you cheater lines in the middle of your images so you know where to go over with your Stampin' Blends and add darker colors. All right. And I have colored this so fast. I've totally gone outside the lines, but it's okay. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. And so different. Like, let's look at all three of these. So we have just the distinctive, and then we have the distinctive with the same color outline, the distinctive with the black, and then the black with the Stampin' Blends. And we get really 4 different colors. I'm just going to take this last one. I'll show you how to put it together, and then we'll look at the other cards, because this is really simple. I just have a piece of basic black cardstock, and this white piece was 4 1/4 by 3 inches. So the basic black is just 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. And of course, all of these dimensions are on my website. So we'll just put a little bit of multi-purpose glue on there. I'm just going to pop this on there. Oh, that makes it just pop so much. Now I have some of the new Gingham Ribbon, the black Gingham Ribbon. This is so pretty. I love this ribbon. All right. So I'm just going to tie a bow on the front of here with some gingham ribbon. And go ahead and just, a lot of times I tie the bow without cutting, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut. Usually tie it without cutting just as a ribbon saving measure, but plus I half the time cut it the wrong length, like I'm pretty sure I did this time. But it is easier to tie if you cut it first. So it's kind of personal preference what you like to do. Let's see, can I get that out? No, it is like totally stuck in there. There we go. Totally cute. So I'm just gonna slide that over a little bit, put it over there. We'll trim off the edges. If I can get my shears underneath. There, so cute. And then move some stuff out of the way. I want to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to adhere this to a piece of polished pink. And the polished pink is just 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Just gonna line that up, and hopefully I can find my bone folder in the mess. Oh, if you guys could see the mess on my desk right now. All right, so here's that, and we're just gonna put this on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And put plenty of them on here one in each corner, and then I'll put at least one in the middle. Sometimes I put two, but this is kind of a smaller piece. So we'll just put one, grab my take your pick tool, pop those off. I find this easier to use the take your pick tool. It kind of corrals all your little backs so you can throw them away. But if you've never done it before, it does take some practice. You kind of have to push down harder than you think you might. All right, so we'll just line this up right in the center. Isn't that cute? Now let me show you the other samples I have. They're all the same, but just to see what these different cards look like, push all this other stuff out of the way. So this is our Stampin' Blends one. And here is the distinctive with the black, and then the distinctive with the same color back, and then the distinctive with no outline at all. Aren't those adorable? Just 4 different looks using the exact same stamp set. Thank you so much for joining me today. Wasn't that a fabulous stamp set? And you can get it for free, which is, if it's free, it's for me, right? And it's absolutely gorgeous. And I love that you can use it 4 completely different ways and get a different look for each one. I love it when stamp sets can do different things. If you liked today's video, make sure that you like, subscribe, share it with all your friends, and then come on back and see me for more tips, techniques, and inspiration. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.